Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Imperator Rome, with me, Alpha Pi Omega, and Rome. So in the previous episode, we have started our war on Thrace, Macedon, a sorted coalition of other nations, including the Seleucid Empire, or Seleucids, and today we are going to continue with that good fight. There has been quite a lot happening. We're losing some of these fights, we're winning some of these fights, but we're continuing to push onward, occupying more and more territory in the hopes that we will get a little bit more from this than just a simple, easy gain, but a little bit more territory. We want at least the entirety of Europa, and we would like to get Bithynia Inferioris as well, because I would like to control this strait, which would effectively cut Thrace in half. However, it is already cut in half by Hellespontine Phrygia. So we'll see how it's gonna go. But the matter of the fact is we cannot really continue with this war forever, because the moment Seleucid army starts arriving, we are in deep issues. So right now the Seleucids are not entirely thrilled about this. They would give us what we want, but they would not give us everything that we want. They would give us just this. And, maybe even this, for example. Oh, they wouldn't. They would give us this and this, which, is a good territory, but if we take it, we want at least Byzantium as well, because that's a value. That's a value big city, man. It's a big city with a big... Okay, capital territory is gonna go away, but the rest is gonna stay, and we're gonna get about 60 pops available here, and that would be a major port. So we'll see how it's gonna go. We do have 2 more import routes to the capital. Alright, so what were we? Vegetables we were talking about, right? Yes, vegetables, and anything else that we're missing? Were we talking about I think we were talking about incense. But that one is a little bit iffy. We'll see. We also are missing general or governor here. You are actually looking pretty good. So let's put you in there. I don't want to check the grade book, and this is all fine. Alright, so let's unpause it and see what's gonna go over. I'm gonna occupy this last piece of Macedonian territory. You guys are taking down this fort. I think we should win this one, but Jesus Christ, we are locked in a long fight, and we are gonna lose another one over here. Yes, this one will lose, even though we're actually doing great. I wish we had some kind of reinforcements that we could throw in there. Can you kind of just kill them? You should be causing so many... Yeah, you're causing so many casualties that they're gonna eliminate them pretty much. Which is good, that's gonna give us a little bit. Oracle at Delphi. Sure, let's have a large celebration. That was actually a really good comment from the Feline Appreciator on my last video. That he would suggest that we look a little bit into finding cities in the mountains of Italy. He is right, actually. We have a lot of these mountains which are, sort of devoid of life. So finding some or founding some cities in there would make sense. We do have some, but I would kind of imagine that we could, for example, have a city somewhere around here, like near the lake, and have an extra road here. It would also make sense to do it here, at the other side of the mountain range here, in the Po Valley, and we could also look a little bit at strengthening the northern passes, because he was very right in pointing out that as far as coasts go, we are good, but the central and northern parts of Italy are fairly abandoned or devoid of massive population. So we're going to use some of that money and political influence to do just that. I just wanted to mention it, that I read that comment and I'm planning to do it. Oh my god, look at that. Yeah. Alright, though this is not going well, unfortunately, despite the fact that... Oh, they were reinforced. Alright. So that was not a good end, but this one was a really good end. Alright, so we're still at the same... Still at the same situation. You guys are retreating over here. We are going to give you a little bit of rest, and then we're gonna move on forward to deal with this Thracian army. I actually think it would make sense for us to start blockading here. Alright, took another territory. You guys continue. We need to keep pushing forward despite them being really harsh to us. Because if we can keep them busy and keep them occupied, our war score is just gonna keep increasing eventually. And that's the whole point, really. So you'll take this. And we have our allies also doing a good job here at, trying to discourage our enemies from doing various stuff. I think that is a bad place to be. Let me split you in half, send you guys over here, and the other navy is gonna stay here. And it's gonna give us a bit extra war score as well, because we are blockading. So you can go here. Alright, there's a lot of enemy armies. Celebration. Sure, of course, we do have the money, so why not do it? Alright, this one is gonna be fun. 942, we got 187. So that's actually a really good... yeah, let's just go. And we'll eliminate these guys. Okay, the Olympic Games. I mean, we don't have a very high morale available, but we have high enough. Come on. Take them down. Alright, you guys need to fight the power over here. Wait, how come we didn't get them? We were supposed to catch them. Did the game lie to me? As it does all the time? Alright, but we're gonna catch them over here. And that's gonna be a nice battle. Yes, go. That is gonna be a really nice battle. Alright, you guys can go over here. I really don't think you know what you're talking about the game. Well, they're reinforcing there. But I think we could do exactly the same. So let's send you in. And yes, they changed the strategy to bottleneck. That's actually something that I have been told about that the AI does. So we want to... Which is the bottleneck? So we want to do the triplex axes against the bottleneck. So let's do that. Let's see if we can effectively defeat them. Come on, get in there. Oh man, it's gonna take a while, right? I mean, we are causing casualties to them. And we are increasing war score. Hey, you get there. You'll get there in time. Alright, I really can't capture you or do anything in here effectively. So I could move in here. I mean, we are still winning this, despite everything. And when we get there with the new strategy, we should be able to defeat them. I mean, we'll see. This guy has 8 as well. But the reinforcements alone should help with that. I never tried this before. So we'll see how that's gonna work. Nope, we didn't change it. But we now have more men. So, again, the battle should be definitely won. Eventually. Come on, you can defeat these guys. Do it. Alright, they're also throwing in more men. But they are still losing more troops than I am, so... Yes, this one will be also won, hopefully. So can you go here, because there's no one over there anymore. Oh, we lost an import route. Can we get... Yes, we can get more incense. That's gonna help us with happiness. So both of these battles have a potential to be won. Yes, this one will definitely be won. This one is just a slog. I'm not sure if we'll win that one, but we are definitely doing good. Oh, and Tiberius died. We have a scorned family, Semproni. Yeah, but they're nowhere to be found here. Fortunately, you're too corrupt, so let's put Volero there. And we have been further reinforced. Jesus Christ, that's a brutal battle. We're gonna siege and defeat an entire city in the meantime. And our war score is also increasing this whole time. Can I split you in half and send you guys here to even further increase our effectiveness? I mean, they're bleeding out troops in a much faster way. Let's see. What did we want? Would you give it now? Now you would, alright. And you would even... Well, I want this as well, because that's part of my territory, and I'm willing to not take the rest of this. But we... Okay, we would want these two. Okay, so we're taking this, this, and we want these two. So we're almost there. If we get that, I am willing to go for peace, honestly. This is also going to give us a much easier way to fight in Thrace. We can send our troops north and across. And that's going to be fairly good. How much of a war exhaustion are we getting? Aggressive expansion, 7. Come on, man, if they defeat us here, that's gonna be such a bummer. I don't think that should be possible anyway. Yeah, if we had the right strategy here, we could have taken that completely already. Velites are fighting on both sides. That's an interesting tidbit. Peace imminent. We're increasing the war score. Yeah, increasing it significantly. It would be pretty good if we could get something more. Let's see how this battle is gonna be turning out. I mean, we are being... Oh, get in there, guy! If you can change the strategy, that would be really good. Come on. You would take over. Well, he didn't change the strategy, but now we have even more men and even more... Yes, it was a victory. And we got only 2 points of... Really? But we lost 87,000 and killed 138,000 of their enemy troops. That is actually very impressive. So let me just take you... Alright, now I do not feel like ending this fight. You guys can go over there. You guys can also go over there. And that means you have 8 and 8. So let me deselect these two. And I'm gonna go over here. Let's continue with the general push. I want to chase the enemy out. Can we take this fort, please? That would be great. That would be really great. We're blockading. Combat sided. We gained 10 stability. And owning the territory of Admare. Oh, we don't. How exciting. Mutiny. Alright, nothing we can do. But our war exhaustion is not that high. How are we getting all of these nasty events? Okay, you are amazing, so let's put you in there. Oh, come on, man. What's going on? Alright, we can take this territory as well. Hey, religious advance. I did not expect that. Marshall are so far away. Ban witchcraft. Oh yes. Pop conversion speed plus 5%. That's a good one. Heathen incantations and magical spells imported by practitioners of foreign religions are a stain on our cultural heritage. Banning these is paramount for our continued prosperity. Assemblies. Those are also gonna be good when we get them. Eventually. Alright, could you kindly take this? Oh my god. No, you won't. I get that. Alright, we're fighting another enemy army. Over here. Surprisingly, these ones are Halicarnassus. That's interesting. Alright. So this was taken. We can now move up. Just thinking, why we have the momentum? Let us keep momentuming onward. So let's see what we can do. Okay, this is gonna be a full-on elimination of the enemy. It's actually a pretty decent advance. Alright. So let us fight here with the enemy. Well, we are winning massively, but they will keep throwing in reinforcements until we succumb. I'm pretty sure about that. Alright, the war score is 62. Alright, so we can maybe ask for even more. Yes, we could ask for this as well. Not this. No, Dindaria we want. Which one is this one? No, Europa we want. Huh, maybe we could take the coast. And that's actually an already very valuable proposition. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna take this. We're gonna take Trachea and Europa with the entirety and these, you know, border provinces that we want. Alright, I'm happy with this. Conquest of Lysimachea. So, it's the same thing as always. The city will remain unscathed. Banish those of class. Look at this. Nice. Alright. So, now the next step that we wanted to do was the war against the Ptolemaic Empire. Northern sweep. We have... Oh yes, we get this one finally. Dardania is ours. Opinia, sure. And now we'll need to do this. So the question is how we're gonna approach this. We have a claim, don't we, on it? Take... Yes, take Cyclades and Attica. Yes, this is Attica. Alright, but how are we gonna handle this? That's the question, because we got everything we want over here. So let me move the navies. And we'll have to figure out how we're gonna handle this, because honestly, these areas are not that rich, so I'm thinking maybe we ought to just let our consul deal with this. Alright, so let's move our ships all over here. And let's move you guys over here. I actually think what we could do is we could start disbanding some of these levies. So Alpine goal is a completely new one. Yes, I can drop Ratia immediately. Oh, hey, another tradition. Agema, heavy cavalry and white cavalry discipline. The guard cavalry formed a cadre of mounted warriors who held the utmost respect and admiration for their king. It is said that they are glad to lay down their lives in service of their overlord. Okay, now you... what else do we have raised? Pretty much no one. No, we do have a lot of them, but they're all moving. So let's put everyone into this port and just unite them there, and we're gonna start thinking about the war with the Ptolemaics. But in the meantime, let us just check this newly gained territory, because we got Byzantium, which is... Oh god, we lost so much here. Alright, so I don't need you two, but I need you two. What about here? Same, I don't need these, but I need these. What about here? We have a... For some reason we have a capital over here and not here. That's just dumb. So relocate the capital here. Get rid of this and build a foundry. And you don't have a fort. So let's do that strategic change as well. Byzanta actually could get a fort if we wanted to eventually, which we probably will. And you also don't have a fort, Byzantium. But we have gained Byzantium, look at it! We are now going all the way to the Bosporan Strait, or Bosporus. Alright, and because we have this much political influence, I'm thinking we look at the mountainous regions. So you're part of a different... I like the idea of having a city here near the lake. That would make sense. And we could have another one over here and just have like a connection through. So let us actually do that. I'm gonna settle a city over here and settle a city over here. Just put those in there. Do we have any Pistorium? We have a mine, Fistula, we have you here. It's a really nice place. Oh, we need to connect this. Why haven't we connected that? But these areas are also very nice for a city. So I could have a city here. Yes, I could definitely have a city here. That's a good idea. And I mean, this is immediately making sense. Let me just build another granary. Actually, no, not a granary. You need an aqueduct. And found the city here. I didn't put you on the list, did I? What's up? What's up? Alright. And then Orium. Again, these areas are doing pretty good. Yeah, the whole coast is doing good, so we're founding some cities over there. We have you guys over here. I think we can build a foundry. We need to connect them to the road as well. Potentium. Well, let's found a city here too. Just because. And might look a little bit more on the provinces. Where's the capital of this one? Alright, so we do have a city here. That is good. Let us just develop this. You guys are doing okay. Have a city, have a city, have a city. Yeah, we've worked on these capitals quite significantly. We'll need to give them a little bit more production, but other than that, it's fine. What about you? You don't have any city? No. Alright, let's fix that. These are looking all pretty good from what I can see. Do we want to found a city here somewhere? No, I think this is pretty good. Adira. You are the capital, right? No. Where the hell is the capital then? Oh, it's down here on the island. Alright, gotcha. That actually makes sense. And we have a port city here. Isn't well, I think this is good. Okay, so in the next episode we are going to... We spend a bit of money and a bit of political influence. In the next episode, we are going to declare war on the Ptolemaics and take this territory. We're not after anything else, so that's going to be hopefully a quick war. We might consider Cyprus, but it's far from us, and I would rather focus on strengthening our territory in Thrace before we invade Anatolia. And yeah, then we're going to do a couple of simple... I think we're going to develop Africa, and there were some other things that we can look into as far as missions go. So thank you very much. See you in the next episode.